Hello, Taylor Ellwood with Magical Experiments, and today we're going to talk about pop culture entities and deities. First, we're going to talk a little bit about what they are, or rather different models of them. There's a number of different models that we can explore, and I'm writing about them in Pop Culture Magic 2.0. I'm also written about them to some degree in my book Pop Culture Magic. We have the archetype theory, where in reference to Jung's archetype theory, where basically a pop culture character is a quote-unquote face or an image that represents a deeper primal force. For example, the trickster archetype. So we might have the character of Bugs Bunny, or we might have the character of Loki, and these characters are tricksters that represent this deeper primal concept of the trickster. That would be one example. That's kind of a psychological approach, and really what it would be, the argument would be that Bugs Bunny comes forth and represents this primal form of the trickster in a way that is relatable to us, that we can understand and work with. Alternately, another opinion would be that we're channeling the spirits of these pop culture entities, specifically the people who are writing about them, who are creating them. They're channeling these beings from another, maybe another universe, and we're consequently having interactions with them because of the fact that they are coming through in their interactions with us. Then you also have the argument that really these beings are created because we believe in them. So, okay, Harry Potter was written about, and then, more and more people really got into Harry Potter, and they started to give Harry Potter life. If only in the sense that they're reading about Harry Potter, they're watching the movies, they're getting really invested in this relationship, and there you go. There's Harry Potter as a spirit being who now suddenly exists because of the belief that's invested in him. We could also argue that these are just objective beings who basically are here using pop culture as a form or a way to connect with us. They essentially they're taking on the form of pop culture. You might note that there's some similarity with that particular argument and the archetype, but the difference would be that these are beings that already exist. They're just using pop culture as the shape in order to connect with us. Regardless of what you believe about pop culture entities and deities, what's really important is the relationship that you create with them. If you're going to work with a trickster archetype or a trickster spirit, and you find that Bugs Bunny is going to be what you can relate to the most, then work with Bugs Bunny. Make that connection with him as opposed to trying to do it with an entity that might be from a different culture. Or, if you find that working with the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles helps you to get a better understanding of elemental power, then go ahead and work with those 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The key that we need to understand is that it is really about relationships, and one of the reasons people work with pop culture spirits is because those spirits are something they can relate to. They understand that cultural context in a way that may not be as evident with beings from another culture or an older tradition. And again, that's no judgment statement there, because some people will find that working with, say, demons or angels or gods from older cultures works better for them. What's important is that you find what works for you, that you develop the relationship, and then go from there. Next time we'll talk a bit about what it takes to develop the right kind of relationship when it comes to working with pop culture entities and spirits. In the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe.